The growth of these sweet potatoes has been nothing but amazing in the last couple of weeks. As you can see from the small container down here in front, I've had to take several slips off in order to keep the tomato plants from growing up inside the lights. Here my jump lights are as high as I can get them, and so that's been my marker. When the plants get up to within an inch of this light, then I break the slips off. And the reason why I say within an inch, because if I went to bed tonight and it's about 7 o'clock in the morning, I'd get up tomorrow morning and these would be up inside the light. They're growing at least an inch a day. And I've tried several different watering solutions. I've tried rainwater, I've tried fertilized water, and I've tried Berkey filtered water. And the plants seem to do the best, surprisingly, with just the Berkey filtered water. So that's what I have decided to go with from here out. Apparently the sweet potatoes have all the nutrients that they need inside the potato itself to grow these slips, and they just are growing very, very well. So I'm going to take these 2 slips off today because they will be up in the lights probably before dinner tonight. So they're coming off, and again all I do is come in here and snap that off. I'll show you that in a second. And here are the slips I've taken off. Now the slips I've taken off grow roots, nodules, in about 24 hours or less. So you can see there are lots of roots in here, and I'm just going to pull these out so you can see. This one was taken off 3 days ago from the sweet potato. This one here is been in there the longest, and you can see it's just completely covered with roots. Wherever there's water, it is growing roots. This one was taken off about 5 days ago. You can see it has more roots than this one, and this one is about a week or so. So all of them are growing lots of roots. They're all very healthy. I may have to get a larger jar because they are getting really crowded for root space. And I do try to keep the water levels up to the top, but as you can see, even though I filled it up when I went to bed last night at 10 o'clock, it's already dropped down, and if I don't keep track of it, it'll end up down here and down here. We want to keep those roots underneath water. So I'm just going to come in here and just grab at the base and just kind of wiggle back and forth and pull. There we go, that comes off. Now I'm going to take off the bottom leaves because that's going to be underwater. This is where roots are going to be, so we don't need the leaves there. There we go. And that goes in the jar with the other ones. I'm going to take this one off here and do the same thing. And one reason I want to do this when they get this high is because it then transfers the energy and the nutrients that it would be taking to grow this slip into growing a new slip or getting the younger slips to grow. You can see these are just really healthy looking leaves here. And we're just going to take this off here and do the same thing we did with the other one. So right here, I think, is where we're going to start seeing the roots grow. And they come on really quickly. I'll come in here tomorrow morning and those roots will already have started. And so I'll take this one off here too. At any rate, when you transplant anything, it's best to take off some leaves just because there is transplant shock, and you want to minimize that. So I'm just going to put these back. Well, I should probably put the one with the most roots in first so it doesn't get jammed up. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take them all together and put them all in at the same time. It looks like I may need to get a bigger jar. There we go. And I need to raise the light. Try to keep the light about an inch or so above the plants so they get plenty of direct light. The fluorescent jump lights, these T5 lights, do put off some heat, but not very much. Okay, so this looks pretty good. There's not too much leaf coverage, there's not too much shadowing. I am going to have to get another jar though. Obviously this is getting really crowded. And these roots here are needing more space to grow. And this is going to go through the water really quickly with this many plants in here. So that's the update. Just use a good old Berkey water. And there's a link below to the video that I've done in reviewing that. We drink it every day. It's awesome for our health. Apparently the plants really like the Berkey water above everything else I've been giving them. I'm sure everything else works. You can see that the root growth here is just massive. I don't know that I'll go to a larger jar just because, I mean, the roots will grow and fill probably any container. Even the very small potato here that took forever to grow roots, look at that jar, just absolutely full of roots all the way around. So it was a slow starter, but it did kick in and it is doing fabulously well. So I think with the combination of good water, the heat mats, and the grow lights, maybe even facing in the south direction by this window, has really done a great job in growing these slips. If you want to have some fun, have a fun, easy project with your kids, have some great produce in your garden, have a beautiful ground cover, you might consider growing some potato slips. If you want to see how I got this project started, please watch the series I have on growing sweet potatoes. This is LDS Prepper reminding you, if ye are prepared, you shall not fear. And if you want to have a lot of fun and a great reward, put some sweet potatoes in the jar of water and see them grow with your family.